Okay, today I'm going to walk you through how to change the blade on a Titan Pro wood chipper. Right, here we have the wood chipper. It's a 15 horsepower. Yours may be slightly lower in horsepower, but I'd imagine it'd be. But for changing the blade on this one today, it seems easy, but this is the first time I've done it, and I'll show you how. Now, first of all, we have this inspection panel which says rotating blade inside, keep away from body. Now that, for changing the blade for the first time, made me think that that's how you change the blade. Well, I've already undone the 30mm nuts, so let's take this off anyway. And yes, you can see the blade there, and you can see it had 3 Allen keys. Now straight away that tells me that if I get the Allen key I should be able to just undo that, but no, it hasn't worked out like that, so I'm going to show you what you actually have to do to change it. So you have this bit here which is the feeder for the large branches. That also had 4 nuts, washers and bolts and that on it. So first of all you remove that, which allows you then for this spinning access to the blade. Right, so you see access to the blade there. Still can't operate and remove it from there. So the next step I had to do was undo the 4 bolts and nuts on the top feeder which takes in the small branches. So just let me put my camera down while I take that off. Okay, now I have removed that. Removed the side and removed that. I have the side cover removed, but quite frankly, you're going to change your blade, you're not going to bother removing that. That's because I've done it for the first time. So here we have the inside. Now the machine is off, so it's totally safe to put your hand in there. If in doubt, leave the switch off and maybe pull the spark plug out, so there's no chance of it could ever start up, which I don't see how it can anyway. Right, now you'll need for this a 30mm socket. Now inside here, this is why I had to undo this. I then found that on the opposite side of the Allen key heads was a 30mm locking nut. Now if you tried to undo this from the outside like I did for a bit, this would just, you'd almost break your Allen key, it just ain't going. So what happens is you have to get, I've already loosened all 3 of these off, so you get your socket set down onto the nut, you pull that forward, you then put your hand down and you yank this bit up and the socket set down. I'm sure you know how to undo it anti-clockwise, but you undo that anti-clockwise, and hence I'll just put the camera down for 2 seconds and you spin the nuts. That's the nut on the other side. You'd think that if it was welded to the inside that this then would be able to undo from the outside, but it doesn't. You have to get in from the top. So that's that done. That's the second one, and last and final is this one. Right, I've had this machine for a few jobs now and I found that the blade has got blunt. Now I have a replacement blade which now comes in, this must be sold with the manufacturers as just one-sided, but the blades do come 2-sided, meaning that you'll always, your blunt one on the job, you'll always be able to turn it over and use the other side. I'll show you the new blade I'm about to put on. If we just give me a couple of minutes. Okay, there is the blade, like sharp on one side, sharp on the other, so that is now going to go back in the machine in reverse order. So I must stress also that these nuts, that when you take them out, and obviously you've had wood going in there, they get full up with wood and it's almost compacted in there. You'll need to dig it out with a sort of a thin tip head screwdriver, a nail or something like that. I'll just let you know. So I'm going to now put this one back in. Put my one bolt in there, put my nut on that side. These blades can only be put in one way because the bolts actually countersink into the blade, so you know there's not really much chance of you getting it wrong. So that will be it. You'll have your spanner, your Allen key onto there, and have you turn on to clockwise, and you'll just tighten it up. All three will be tightened. You'll then put the neck back on. Get on there. That'll be on. The top will go on. All the bolts will be back tightened up, and that'll be your job done. I hope that was a shortcut for you. I hope you didn't try in vain for hours trying to get the Allen keys off without realising you have to take this top off, and you have to get inside there for the nuts at the back. And if you do that, not a problem. Thanks for watching my video, and I hope it helped.